Hey gang, I'm DA, Playa Restoration Manager. I've been going to Burning Man since 1997, and I go to Burning Man this long since, 2017 now? Because I love you guys. I love your work. You guys are gifting. It's really hard out there, and it's beautiful work that you do, and I'm here to support your effort. And so let's get started. There's going to be a lot of caller response here today, so I want you to repeat after me. Leave no trace. Leave no trace. Leave no trace. All right, now let's get that chant going. Leave no trace. Leave no trace. Leave no trace. Leave no trace. Thank you, everybody. Today we're going to talk about MOOP. Say it with me. MOOP. That's right. And in a word in burner culture, that means what? What does it mean? That's right. And what the hell does that mean? MOOP is anything and everything that doesn't belong in the immediate environment, all right? In our case, that environment is the playa, okay? So if anybody not been to the playa? Okay, good. So you know that if you've been to the playa, that MOOP is everything. There's nothing out there. Doesn't belong. Dust, all right? Black rocks, all right? So leave nothing, all right? So what does MOOP look like? Let's just get right down to it, all right? This is the top 10 MOOP countdown, all right? Woo! Leave no trace, leave no trace, leave no trace. All right, at number 10, we've got, say it with me, fireworks debris. Now, what the hell, people? Who likes to, I like to light fireworks. Raise your hand, go ahead. Okay, now, when you light the fireworks at nighttime, at least pick up like the packaging, the boxes, everything you're lighting it out of. Pick up that stuff and leave a cone, come back in the morning, all right? Pick up the big stuff, come back in the morning, and find all the projectiles and all the debris, all right? You guys got that? Everybody who raised their hand who likes to light fireworks, you guys are in charge. So leave no trace, leave no trace, leave no trace. All right, moving on. Cigarette butts. Yeah, what the hell, people? Yeah, cigarette butts. I like to think that you're not actually putting it on the ground, that you're putting it in your pockets and you just happen to be doing cartwheels and then it's just kind of averaging out over the playa. But cigarette butts, fuck that shit. If you see anybody putting it on the ground, it's like this does not happen, all right? Leave no trace, leave no trace. Moving on, glass debris. We break shit. Shit happens. Burning Man's happening. But this was like, that was an accident. That's windshield glass. And then you got to get down in your hands and knees. You got to pick all that crap up, all right? So moving on. Number 7, carpet. Does anyone know what the problem with that particular carpet is? It's beige. It looks like the playa. And guess what? That will fail us 10 times over, all right? And actually, number 7 is a tie because it's also, what I have to say is artificial grass, sometimes known as AstroTurf by brand name, but look at that. That is AstroTurf. That's what happens after like water and weight and whatnot. And then you pull up that AstroTurf and look at all that little artificial grass stuck on the ply. Pain in the ass. Moving on. Cardboard, paper. This is like your packaging. These are your spreadsheets for you in the org. We find them all at the trash vents. But hey, you guys get that shit under control. Leave no trace. Leave no trace. Moving on. Hazardous spills. And this happens. It could be a fuel spill, black water, all of this stuff, all right? But this is what we got to deal with, all right? Moving on. Tent stakes. Who likes to drive on the playa? Yeah, guess what? These will pop your tires, at the very least. So we find thousands of these every year, and we just find a ton. And look at that one. That one's like really rusty. So don't nail them back in if you can't get them out. Get a pair of vice grips and twist them out. Find somebody to help you pull up all those tent stakes. Next, number 3, metal debris. Say it with me. Metal debris. And most MOOP is actually like micro MOOP and broken in bits. So you're going to hear this word debris a lot, okay? So in this case, this is stuff from like burns or whatnot. These are your screws. These are your fasteners, your nuts, and your bolts, all right? Number 2, plastic debris, all right? That's somebody's zip ties. And I want to say, you know what the scenario is? It's like your shade structure's falling apart in the dust storm, and then somebody's just being here on cutting all the zip ties, but somebody forgot to pick them all up, you know, and that's just kind of, That's kind of what happens. We find a lot of zip ties at the end of the year, but it's also plastic bags, packaging, again, and caution tape. Anything, it's debris. What we find is broken bits of everything. If you took everything that happened to Burning Man and put it in a blender and just sprinkled some around, that's what we find. It almost doesn't even look like anything. So you guys ready for the number one move? Are you ready? Can I get a leave no trace? Leave no trace. Leave. Can I get a drum roll? Who else drum roll? Drum roll. Brrr, leave no trace. All right, number one. Wood debris. Number one. Is anyone? So it's like wood. Wood debris, construction, firewood, wood chips. Here we go. Wood chips. Say it with me. Wood chips. Say it with me. Why? Say it. Who here is constructing anything on the playa? All right, just know there's gonna be debris of wood. All right, next. Say it. That's right. Hello, Burning Man. Firewood. All right, so anyone have fires at Burning Man? That firewood needs to be on top of a tarp or contained because that bark is going to fall on the playa and get covered up with dust. All right, and then it just gets buried and it gets all mixed up, and then that's what my crew ends up spending most of our time. So say it with me. Wood is moop. That's right. Wood is moop. Say it again. Wood is moop. And it again. Wood is moop. Here we go. Wood is moop. That's right. Wood is moop. Pick it up. Use a tarp for storage, cutting areas. Clean that tarp early and often. You should do it morning, noon, and the evening because dust storms are coming to bury your moop. Say it with me. This is my crew. This is during the event on Wednesday. We do a moop pub crawl where we line up on Esplanade from 2 o'clock and make it all the way to 10 o'clock, stopping at every bar along the way. Out of the 10 years we've done it, we've only finished it 4 times, okay? But anyway, this is the start of it, okay? Look at this. 9 minutes later. 9 minutes later. So, clean up your camp as you go because... See what I mean? And then again. And yep. So say this with me. Dunes bury moop. You guys are awesome. Moving on. Moop map. Here's last year's. Pretty good. Love you guys. The moop map tracks the speed of our cleanup. Red, yellow, green. Well, green is go, green is quick, green is easy. So if you're power walking your camp and not stopping, that's what green looks like. Yellow is like when you're kind of stop and go. And red is you are dead stop. You are like not moving and you are cursing because there is moop on the ground. Okay? So when you look at the moop map, know that that's really what we're tracking is we're tracking speed. And then every now and then we try to log down what conditions were actually happening there. So moop data is recorded with GPS, camera, iPads. GPS waypoints, photos, notes are used to mark the moop map. The moop data is correlated in Google Earth, of which I've got with me. So if anybody wants to talk to me afterwards about your camp, I'll be here all day. And so here, we have little GPS photos of what might have been there. And that moop map is used daily to inform our priorities and strategies. So our strategies might change based off of what we think the playa is doing. Moop Map 2017 begins Monday, September 18th. Follow us on the Moop Map blog on burningman.org. The data is correlated. Moop feedback begins in January, and priority feedback goes to the red camps. Okay, we got to go to the red camps first, and then everybody else later. And then placement at burningman.org for that to get that conversation going. Moving on, BLM inspection. Burn Man cleanup operations are concluded with the BLM site inspection 1 month after the burns. So as soon as a Burning Man happens, you guys are leaving. 1 month after that is our inspection, right? Here's our friends at the BLM, and here is the crew that was there for the BLM inspection. And you'll see that yellow square box. That is a representation of the amount of moop that we are allowed to have. The BLM site inspection is comprised of 60 random generated test points divided into 4 test areas. All right, so there's the city, boom. City camping. This is where we live. This is all of us, all right? Esplanade to L, 2 to 10. Open playa. This is most of the art projects. This is where all that magic out in the open playa happens. Walking camping. This is walking camping, self-explanatory. And other, where just a whole bunch of other shit happens. And then the allowable move standard is 1 square foot per acre. Say it with me. 1 square foot per acre. So if you imagine an acre is, say it. So in an acre, I'm allowed this much MOOP. Right? So an acre, can anyone imagine an acre? If you imagine a football field and you get rid of the 2 end zones, that's an acre is a little bit less than that. But so that's not a lot of MOOP, you guys. All right, especially for Burning Man, especially for us. But we're doing really good. But we have some concerns. So anyway, does anyone know how many acres are in Black Rock City? 3,603 square acres, or 156 million square feet. That's a lot of square feet. That's why your cleanup effort is really important to us. It means the world. So back to the BLM inspection. Simplifying for the inspection. An acre is huge, so we actually have to make it simpler to measure. So therefore, each inspection point is 1/10 of an acre in size, and then the allowable MOOP area is 3.8 square inches, and then those results are extrapolated to define the relative amount to 1 square foot per acre. So essentially what we're saying is we have 1/10 of an acre area where we actually get tested, and then that amount of MOOP needs to fit into that square box. All right, where's my assistant, Mr. Blue? All right, where's the progenitor of MOOP? You, sir. You're going to be the center of the test point. You're going to hold this end. Yeah, just stand right here. All right, and Mr. Blue is going to go along. He's going to show you what 1/10 of an acre actually looks like. This is a 38-foot long string. And basically what happens is we're going to take this end of the string, we nail it into the playa, and then we do the 38-foot radius and pick up all the MOOP in between. All right? So you think about what you're wearing. You think about Burning Man happening. You think about all the stuff that you drop or whatnot. And then look at these bags of these MOOP samples. And this is each of those bags is what was found in a 38-foot square, 38-foot radius, 1/10 of an acre. So anyway, basically, you can take every one of those bags, and you can take every one of those bags, and you could try to fit them into this green box. And if it fits into the square, we pass, and if it was bigger, then we fail. We have to lay it flat, actually. So anyway, here we go. Test point passes if MOOP area is smaller than 3.8 square inches. So basically, you guys are going to do this. We need you guys to do this after your cleanup effort. So here we go. This is the playa. This is MOOP on the playa. These are X's. They're MOOP on the playa. This is a test point surrounded by MOOP on the playa. That's this gentleman right here. He's the center. And he's going to nail a stake into the ground. This is the test point surrounded by MOOP on the playa. Nail a stake in the ground. You'll see it right there. There's the people. Tie a string from the center and go out 38 feet. Then you walk in the 38-foot radius, pick up all the MOOP within the circle. Test area is 1/10 of an acre. Then you collect the MOOP into a plastic bag. Test point passes, MOOP area is smaller than 3.8. That's obviously a fail, and that would fail like a bunch of times. Here's a really good example. Voted best camp, location 2 o'clock and L. And then it fits nicely in there, so that site passes. Here's some art project, location open playa. Fail. And what is it? What does that look like? Right, that's the number 1 wood. It is huge. If you guys focus on one thing, you focus on the wood. Be sure to document your results and keep for your records. So, how did BRC do in 2016? Here we go. City camping. The score was 15-14, green over red. That is not our best, you guys. All right, and this is where we live. Open playa, 15-5. There's a rise in the open playa that's also a concern. Walking camping, 6-1. And 6 out of 6 green and other. So overall, it's 40-20. And then actually the amount of MOOP is all measured out, and that therefore overall Black Rock City passed. All right, leave no trace. Leave no trace. Leave no. However, MOOP is on the rise, and I'm serious, you guys. I'm gonna show you some shit. Don't freak out. Boom. That first one is the city grid. This is where we live. So last year, we actually exceeded our standard in the city grid, okay? And this year, we brought it down a little bit. We need to bring that down below that fail line, okay? And then if you also look, that next one, open playa. That's the art, the open playa out there. That is also spiking right now. And we need to bring all of that down for all you people who are also doing art projects. Walking, camping, and other are also slowly upticking, but right now they seem okay. And then this is all of it averaged out, and this is our numbers. So this is where we are right now at the end. We are something like we're like 7.9, close to 8. Once we get above that 1.0, that's where we fail. All right, and you'll see that trend line. And in 2011, we actually had a spike, our highest spike at that point, and then we brought it down. And we brought it down because we focused on wood as the main culprit, and I need everybody to remember that and focus on that again and bring it all down again. So stop MOOP now. Here's how we do it. Make leave no trace number 1. Choose your L&T team leader. Form your L&T team. Form your strategy. Make a plan. Show some team spirit and be vigilant against MOOP. Don't forget the budget for your tools, such as landscape rakes, trash cans, shovels and brooms, magnet sweepers, leaf blowers. This helps move dunes around if you actually get buried by the dunes. You know, it helps with the raking or whatnot. Sometimes they're just massive volumes. Anyway, it's a secret that people have been letting us in on that they've been practicing. So we're telling people it's actually a good solution. We've been practicing it as well. But don't be blowing the MOOP to your neighbor's yard or anything like that, right? So. Oh, shit. Well, why? Because, say it. Damn it, I fucked up that joke. But anyway, MOOP sticks. Make sure you get MOOP sticks. MOOP buckets. Vice grips. And this is line sweeping. This is the backbone of Playa Restoration. This is the backbone of your cleanup effort. We need you guys to do your line sweeps and do them repeatedly, do them over. And it doesn't take a long time. Just keep doing them. Oh, and focus on that wood. The more the merrier. This is my crew. That's 150 people right there. Rake the hell out of your camp and get aggressive. By the way, this was the flaming piano trebuchet a couple of years ago. Does anyone remember that? Yes. That was brought to you by Playa Restoration. For those of you who don't know, Playa Restoration brought a trebuchet out to the playa, and we flung flaming pianos across the playa so they would break and be destroyed in front of you. Therefore, we can clean it up in front of you and show you how quickly it can be done if you just do it. And so look, there's this piano just going bam, and to us it's like our Olympics, and it's our point of pride. We actually time each other and whatnot. So it smashes on the ground, and a lot of people who don't know it's actually done by us are just like, well, that's not very LNT or anything like that. We're like, hello, we're sponsoring this shit. So anyway, brought to you by Playa Restoration, and we cleaned it up in 6 minutes and 37 seconds. You know, and this is wood and metal. It's all the things that you find in Burning Man in Black Rock City. Cleaned up in 6 minutes, 37 seconds. And look at that. They're raking the hell out of it. Now they're magnet sweeping it. Now they're shoveling. And that shit, oh, hey, we're looking a little interpolated there. Anyway, left without a trace. And anyway, you can do it. We believe in you. Go green and go home. Leave no trace. Leave no trace. Leave no trace. Leave no trace. Anyway, I love you guys. If you guys want to join my crew, is anybody inspired by this? I want you on my crew. Come talk to me afterwards. I love you guys. Have a good one.